of the senior-led officer team. A member of Speech and Debate was awarded the National Speech and Debate Association degree of special distinction. The two-time president of the African American Culture Club will graduate tonight. Perry High School produced the first place winner of the Arizona Science and Engineering Fair, and he was selected to represent Arizona in the International Science and Engineering Fair. "40 Med Pro 2 students passed the written and skills CNA test. 4 members of our dance program will dance at the next level. A culinary student received a scholarship for $34,000. A member of the class of 2019 is the first ever Perry High student to earn both his AA degree while in high school. Another student will graduate tonight, never ever missing a single day of school. Girls golf finished 6th in the state, their highest finish ever, and produced its first Division I signee. Boys golf finished 3rd in state, their highest finish ever, and produced the All-Region and AZ Central Player of the Year. 3 will continue to play at the collegiate level. Girls volleyball ended the regular season ranked at number 1 and advanced to the semifinals. 2 seniors were named first team All-State, and 8 seniors will play at the college level next year. Football advanced to the state championship for the 2nd consecutive year. 2 players were named All-State Top 25, 5 named to 6A All-State, 6 to All-CUSD, 7 All-Premier Region, and 14 have signed to play at the college level next year. The Perry High cheer team was the Division I state champions. Badminton had the CUSD Player of the Year, AZ Central Player of the Year nominee, and AIA Scholar Athlete. And by the way, they won their 2nd straight state championship. Boys basketball advanced to the semifinals. 1 senior was named CUSD Player of the Year, All-State First Team, and United Dairymen Arizona All-American, while another was First Team and All-CUSD and All-Region. 3 seniors qualified for the state tournament, placing 6th, 4th, and 1 was their state runner-up. Girls soccer advanced to the state championship, with the senior being named to the All-State and First Team All-Region, and another to the All-Region team. Over the past 4 years, this senior group has helped Perry to an 83 wins and 10 losses and 6 ties, scoring 437 goals while only giving up 38. Boys soccer qualified for the state tournament, placing a player on the All-State team and 2 on the All-Region team. Sand volleyball advanced to the state championship. Baseball had 2 players selected to play in the All-Star game, 1 to the All-State team, 3 were named to the All-Region team, and 5 will continue at the college level next year. Softball again qualified for the state tournament. 4 seniors will play at the college level. Girls track placed 5th at the state meet, the highest in school history. A senior placed 3rd in the triple jump, and 2 seniors were members of the 4x1 team that placed 4th. 46% of this senior class will be attending an in-state university. 15% will be attending a community college. 1% have enlisted in the military. The 1%, yep. And 1% will be going into humanitarian services, missions, and the workforce. The top 5 planned majors are: number 1, sciences, which include biology, chemistry, biochemistry, environmental sciences, microbiology, and physics. 2nd was engineering, 3rd business, 4th nursing, and 5 pre-health. 2019 scholars include 4 National Merit finalists and 4 National Hispanic Scholars. The top 1% of the class of 2019 will be attending Harvard, BYU, University of Arizona, University of Texas at Austin, Arizona State University, Brown University, University of San Diego, Cornell, and George Washington University. Congrats to the class of 2019 for receiving a school record total scholarships of $27,724,366. Ladies and gentlemen, in a moment, the Perry Symphony Orchestra, Concert Choir, and Women's Choir will perform the Armed Forces medley to honor current and retired military personnel. It is tradition for veterans and active military members in attendance to stand and be recognized during the playing of the military branch that they represent. Ladies and gentlemen, please encourage your military family and friends to stand when their branch's song is played.
Good evening, fellow Pumas. I'm Amanda Federico. You may know me as one of the captains of the Periwinkles improv team, an Improv Mania cast member, one of the nerdy STEM kids, or that one girl that works at Dunkin' Donuts. Class of 2019, we did it! Through bat infestations and political controversy, this day has finally come. The day we all put on these oversized gowns that make us look like potato sacks, stand around and do nothing for a few hours, and get stuck in massive traffic. But hey, we're all here because we deserve it. We deserve to be recognized. We didn't suffer through these long years for nothing. Whether or not you were in honors classes or on level, sports or theater, 185 clubs or none at all, you have put in the work and you belong here in this arena tonight. I know many of us have thought at times, I'm a failure, I'm an idiot for not being in honors classes, or for not getting into an organization or college, or even for getting a bad grade on a test. But this is important for us to understand. These disappointments do not define us. Sure, maybe you didn't get the test score you wanted, or maybe you're not going to your dream college, but maybe instead of being a strong test taker, you're great at building, coding, designing, or performing. Maybe you have a passion for helping others. We all have strengths, so why should a simple score on a paper say that we're hopeless and stupid? Admittedly, I've had straight A's and been in honors classes all my life, and I might be able to find the basis for the null space of a 5x5 matrix in linear algebra, but I can't change a tire. I can't even cook. Your parents might be on you for not getting a good test score, but my mom keeps telling me that I'm not going to survive on my own in college because I pretty much can't take care of myself. So, yeah, we all struggle. But whether we have scholarly knowledge or an outstanding talent, we're all smart in one way or another. When it comes down to it, standardized tests and grades on paper do not accurately determine your intelligence or ability to thrive in life and succeed. Just ask me in a couple years when I'm starving in my dorm room here at ASU. What truly can measure the value of your education is how much you've grown in these 4 years. Compare yourself now to the person you were freshman year. When I was a freshman, I had a bowl cut and was only 5 feet tall. Now I'm still only 5 feet tall, some things never change, but my trials through high school have shown me that I have the ability to work hard to achieve my goals. When you walk across this stage tonight, you will think ahead to the future, but you will also look back at the past and how you've grown and learned how to act, how to create, how to learn, how to live. I know there are people in this audience that are following other paths. The Army, the workforce, entrepreneurship. We don't need to go to some fancy institution across the country to prove our worth as people who can succeed. Some of the most successful people were not good scholars at all. The founder of Whole Foods, John Mackey, the CEO of Uber, Travis Kalanick, the maker of Twitter, Evan Williams, Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, and Steve Jobs. The people who created the things that we enjoy and use every day didn't even have a college degree. Now, I'm not saying, woo, drop out of college, but I am saying that we can achieve. We can reach the highest levels of greatness as long as we have the capacity to grow and the willingness to strive. Education is more than learning how to solve an equation or memorizing all the amendments, which, let's be honest, we still don't have memorized. It's about the development of our ability to learn and persevere. Those who struggle learn more and get a deeper understanding of themselves. At the end of our educational careers, the most important thing we take away is how we got through the struggle. It's not about what we learned, but how we learned it. By building our resilience, by working through hardship, we grow into independent individuals. Pumas, as we get ready to embark on the next chapter of our educational struggle, I want to remind us all that we should be proud of ourselves for learning. Learning not just class material, but how to persist and live life the best way we can. So next time you're crying and overloaded with work, with a million things to do, saying, I won't be able to finish this, I'm a failure, just remember, the struggle is real. Embrace it. Find your strength, your talent, your outlet. I know when I have hardships, the arts, particularly improv comedy, is my outlet. I often say that life is just one big improv scene. We don't know what's coming next. So as we head into the great unknown of life after high school, I would like to thank all the staff at Perry for being great teachers, and would like to recognize one in particular. Throughout all 4 years, this teacher has helped me to hone my own talents and learn how to handle failure and disappointment. Most importantly, he struggles himself, dedicating tons of his personal time to his job. And even though I burp in his face all the time, I know that he supports and believes in me and all of his students' abilities to succeed. So thank you, Mr. Randy Duran. Please come up on stage to receive this cord. Yay!
So proud of you. You did so good. Thank you so much, darling. See you after. Okay. Good job. Great.
Good evening. My name is Heather Patterson, and I'm the 11th grade assistant principal at Perry High School. I'm here to dedicate the Concolor Yearbook to a deserving staff member. This individual works diligently to ensure that students have the tools that they need to be successful. Whether it be a schedule change or assistance with a personal issue, this counselor is always there. She's dedicated, hardworking, and an advocate for all students on campus. She is a Puma original, and we are lucky to have her. Kirsten Gregg, will you please join me on stage?
Put this around the neck.
A good number of you already know me as a resident tryhard and stress case from English class. Another third or so of you may recognize me as either the face from those weird pins on people's backpacks, or as a kid from that one really cringy Taylor Swift lip-syncing video on Twitter. But for those students and parents who I haven't yet met, hi, my name is Grant, and I'm honestly just honored to be addressing you all today. As I sat down to write this speech a few weeks ago, I was feeling overwhelmed. I wanted to create something affecting, funny, brief, and genuine. So I decided to read through journal entries that I recorded over the years and find out what it was that I needed to hear in high school. I put together a list of 29 potential topics, drafted them onto a mind map, and realized I was the reason people dreaded sitting through graduation. And then chose to center my speech around the question I never could answer while at Perry. Is it going to be worth it? You know what? Things happen, things happen. Thank goodness for Google Docs, am I right? That first "it" will vary for each of us in this arena, but I believe the general concern is universal. As we practice for sports tryouts, cram for midterms, and labor away at minimum wage jobs, it's natural to crave an Ariana Grande "thank you next" of sorts. Perhaps we wonder whether the time we spent taking care of family or just being a stand-up person will have any actual payout. If we could only land that gig, or make that team, or receive that acceptance, well, it'll have been worth it. The problem with this mindset, though, is that we seem to consider experiences and sacrifices justified solely on the basis of whether we arrive at some intended outcome. As a result, we fall into the trap of resting our value upon accomplishments and others' approval. We risk never fully realizing ourselves because we're too busy waiting to become somebody. And if we buy into this idea of somebody, we relegate our present selves and those around us to nobody. It's for this reason that contrasting our lives with others will always be self-destructive. As Teddy Roosevelt observed, comparison is the thief of joy. It robs us of our triumphs as it supplants personal growth with envy and resentment. When we allow Forbes, Hollywood, Time magazine to dictate that success requires influence, wealth, and recognition, we only doom ourselves to a future marred by exhaustion and inferiority. Life becomes a horse race to the finish line, and no one will ever be first. So, let's rewrite the rules of success, this time with another focus, one which tempers the compulsion to compare, and that is belonging. Long-term satisfaction in life is contingent upon belonging. Unlike merely fitting in, belonging first necessitates that we own our narratives and core identity. We must belong to ourselves. Once we begin to derive our value from who we are rather than what we do, and choose to surround ourselves with others who buoy us up, or as my therapist mom would call them, our own personal sunshine committee, we can find fulfillment. Embracing ourselves and finding our missions as we seek to belong rather than outperform enables us to feel genuine excitement for those around us, and the innate human desire for excellence is enhanced by an equally intrinsic interest in authenticity. Finding friends we care about, family we love, and pursuits that excite us and lift others, that's how we belong. That's what success looks like. It's a much slower, more enjoyable lane for us horses in life's time trial. Now, as I'm up here, I cannot help but return to the question, is it going to be worth it? I think of a certain freshman Grant who, upon seeing me up here today, would wholeheartedly affirm that yes, it was worthwhile. But now, as a senior, I realized that the question that really was on my mind wasn't whether my efforts or my time would be worth it. It was whether I would be worth it. I couldn't separate myself from my ambitions and my failures, and I got caught up in the allure of wanting to be somebody. When we feel lonely or overlooked, it's my experience that we try to prove ourselves to others, that we're funny, we're smart, we're whatever. but what I've learned over the past few months is that we are always going to be disappointed if we're waiting for someone to give us value. So, don't. Don't wait for confirmation that you're enough, that it's time to be happy. Make the choice that it is. Ultimately, we'll never know in the moment if our desired results will come to fruition. But as we center our lives around belonging, we can rest assured that we are prioritizing what's most important. If there's one takeaway I want to share with my fellow graduates of the class of 2019, it's that you're already worth it. Nothing you will ever do will add or subtract from your value. Don't cheapen yourself by chasing ever-shifting posts of achievement. You belong, and that's all success really demands. Before I close, I just want to recognize one faculty member who embodies our definition of success, someone who loves working with students and manifests that excitement for learning in every lesson they teach and Spirit Week they participate in. Thank you for so selflessly devoting your school days to math club competitions and your Friday afternoons to philosophy discussions. Your involvement on campus and in the classroom has enabled hundreds of Perry students, including myself, to find their own success as they knew that they belonged. Would you please join me on stage, Mr. Rothery?
Dr. Castile, Ms. Bruner, and Ms. McGee, I now present to you the class of 2019, which has satisfied the standards set forth by the Chandler Unified School District and the Arizona Department of Education.
Jacandrick Brooks.
Adam Craig Breinholt. Jacob Michael Medina.
Alexa Nicole Abadi.
Joseph Patrick Abeta.
Connor James Abernathy.
Brennan Tate Acevedo.
Francisco Javier Acosta Medina.
Alexis Elise Acuna.
Brandon Clayton Adams.
Brooklyn Lee Adams. Kason Trey Alexander.
Iris May Allen.
Jade LaFay Almaraz.
Vicente Davis Almaraz.
Jacob David Alvarado.
Jesse Amarillas.
Joshua Matias Amaro.
Joshua Amarin.
Tanner Nathan Anderson.
Connor Jarrett Anderson.
Wyatt Allen Anderson.
Stephen Joseph Andriano.
Colton James Anner.
Natalie Rianne Arbizu.
Alexis Marie Arena.
Zachary Robert Armbruster.
Aramis Armendariz.
Taylor Shea Armstrong.
Matthew Cray Arnold.
Peyton Ariola.
Noah Luis Arteaga.
Kiana Yasmin Assad.
Chase Joseph Asakir.
Kai Michael Morales Astudillo.
Emily Elizabeth Ostad.
Zoe Elizabeth Bob. Maylee Joy Banman.
Cassidy Barclay.
Joshua Scott Barlow.
Henry Arthur John Barnes.
Ethan Zachary Barnhart.
Rachel Fayette Barrett.
Ben Alejandro Barrios.
Jackson Elliott Barth.
Sophia Marianne Bavishi.
Camille Deborah Baxter.
Carson Tanner Baxter.
Madison Shea Beasley.
Asia Shante Beck.
Travis Lee Beckman.
Marcus Edward Belling.
Jillian Rose Bites.
Jacob Harrison Bell.
Emerson Rose Bellis.
Kayla Beltran.
Michaela Tate Bennett.
Jack Ryan Benson.
Bradley Michael Bershad.
Joseph Piana Piaya.
Kaylee Dakota Biggs.
Jacob Daniel Blaine.
Alexandria Mala Blaisdell.
Kyrie Blake.
Sydney Ann Blake.
Lauren Nicole Blandon.
Ryan Michael Black.
Melissa Lauren Blocky.
Laura Ann Bass.
Danielle Aaron Betcher.
Bauer Christian Bongard.
Tyler David Bonilla.
Brett Borden.
Caden Joe Bosky.
Ethan T. Boudreau.
Benjamin Bouquet.
Connor Stephen Boyd.
Isabel Cecilia Boyer.
Savannah Rose Boylan.
Kevin Scott Bozeman.
McKenna Lynn Branting.
Addison Peyton Bray.
Samuel Paul Brenchley.
Parker Robert Bren.
Brianne Sandra Brennan.
Ethan John Brennan.
Ashley Hunter Brooks.
Annie Michaela Brown.
Bailey Ann Brown.
Connor Michael Brown.
Landon Tyler Bryant.
India Rose Buckner.
Carson Brown Bueller.
Jackson Samuel Bueller.
Andrew Nicholas Bew.
Hannah Jane Bulig.
Megan Bunerkamp.
Cameron Berman.
Mary Elizabeth Burgess.
Michael Ty Burgess.
Alexander James Tom Berghart.
Aaron Ramon Burgueño. Justin Michael Burke.
Jaden Vincent Burns.
Samuel Bradley Bushong.
Cole Nathan Butte.
Paige Madison Caldwell.
Nathan Timothy Callahan.
Travis Allen Calloway.
Jaden McConna Jack Canberra.
Hallie Kimberly Campbell.
Carson Chad Campbell.
Jennifer Ann Canistra.
Alexander Canseco Cano.
Tanner Stephen Capellini.
Lauren Deborah Carden.
Austin Brecken Cardone.
Lene Amanda Carlin.
McKenna Ann Carpenter.
Cecilia Armani Carrasco.
Brianna Ray Carrington.
Alyssa Leanne Carter.
Gracie Caroline Carter.
Tyron James Carter.
Ruben Castañeda Jr.
Lisbeth Samantha Castillo Urbina.
Mackenzie Reed Castine.
Lindsay Ann Castro.
Madison Brooke Catmull.
John Stephen Robles Comban.
Abigail Lynn Kavner.
Alexander Hugo Kayer.
Annika Elizabeth C.B. Habersky.
Michael Serio.
Amberlyn Eileen Chacon.
Jared Francisco Chacon.
Vanessa Chang.
Jessa Maggie K. Wong Chang Weinberg.
Jax Allen Chang Weinberg.
Sloan Erica Chapman.
Natisha Sharonmans.
Ty Charles Chavez.
Aubrey Nicole Checketts.
Chiaboy Chen.
Shannon Anna Sherian.
Corey Michael Shervin.
Ty Stephen Chesley.
Carrie Chow.
Carolee Grace Christensen.
Caden L. Christofferson.
Michael Chung.
Malia Xavier Clark.
Philip Dean Clark.
Jackson Todd Clark.
Justin Caleb Clarebuck.
Haley Kristen Clinton.
Rodrigo Joseph Plunks.
Jackson Eugene Colgan.
Gabriella Collier.
Tina Lanice Collier.
Spencer Jonathan Collins.
Carly Jean Colquette.
Wyatt Russell Coman.
Marshall Jensen Conley.
Madison Elizabeth Constance.
Porter Clarence Cook.
Abigail Cooley.
Brandon Michael Cooper.
Christian Thomas Kopic.
Estefania Isabel Coracides.
Shelby Cordova.
Cesar Roman Correa. Jason Allen Crandall.
Dylan Carl Crane.
Brian Teddy Cranston.
Garrett Donald Cruz.
Cole Bryant Crawford.
Samuel Huck Cross.
Zoe Anastasia Comard.
Ian Michael Cunningham.
Keegan Lawrence Cunningham.
Melissa Catherine Curtis.
Christopher Ryan Cutrazula.
Michael Anthony Sees.
Jade Shantae Dagnolo.
Joshua Matthew Dale.
Abigail Morgan Davidson.
Zachary Taylor Davidson.
Jared Spencer Davis.
Kelly Marie Davis.
Trent Thomas Daw.
Ashton James Day.
Nolan R. Day.
Jared Basilio Diasis.
Joel M. D'Souza.
Ryan Michael Deligati.
Patrick Jason Infante de los Reyes.
Julia Francis Dempsey.
Aaron Isaac Derbyshire.
Jaden Keat Despain.
Christian Lee Deutsch.
Hunter James Dewitt.
Isabel Margaret Dial.
Abigail Marie Diaz.
Aiden Alejandro Diaz.
Alyssa Brianna Diaz.
Valeria Diaz Jaramillo.
Colby James Dickey.
Sim Hirwa Deshengi.
Mackenzie Lee Doan.
Connor Michael Dobbins.
Michaela Rianne Dodds.
Luke Christopher DeHone.
Joseph Jeffrey Dominguez.
Natalia Dominovich.
Colby James Donaldson.
Alexa Kathleen Donovan.
Grace Lorraine Doyle.
Hope Ireland Doyle.
Andrew James Drake.
Madison Brianne Drake.
Ava Antoinette Dufresne.
Donovan Duhaney.
Gabriella Aubin Duncan.
William Patrick Dunning.
Caitlin Grace Dupuis.
Zachary Matthias Durica.
Hayden Earl.
Jacob Allen Eberhard.
Mason Eberline.
Bria Arlise Ector.
Jarrett Edelin.
Alexis Ann Edwards.
Alexa Rain Eichenauer.
Colin Jeffrey Ellingson.
Reese Hunter Elliott.
Jacob Elmore.
Austin James Enderly.
Chase Alexander Eplin.
Hallie Carey Irwin. Feyi Olatomi Falor.
Ryan Michael Faltis.
Samaria Renee Farmer.
Riley Dakota Farrar.
Brian George Faust.
Aubrey Lynn Foley.
Amanda Wanling Federico.
Ashley Nicole Feeder.
Leah Simone Thompson Felix.
Brianna Shoban Ferguson.
Travis Anthony Festag.
Henley Fink.
Hunter Rain Finney.
Ashton Love Flake.
Payson Ridge Flake,
Ryan Xavier Flores,
Haley Renee Fontaine,
Alan Kaijima Ford,
Jack William Forrest,
Madison Bell Foster,
Charlie Ann Francis, Madeline Jean Fritz,
Hayden Valentine Fry,
Peyton Janae Fry,
Hunter David Fullwood,
Christopher James Funkhauser,
Lucas Reese Gallardi,
Gabriela Cristina Garcia,
Sarah Caitlin Garcia,
Maria Soledad Garibay,
Alexa Bryn Garner,
Javier Rafael Garrett Robinson,
Jada Angelina Gay,
Michaela Meiling G,
Jonathan David Geelan,
Kira Shea Gibbons,
Kristen Carol Gilbert,
Shannon Rose Gilmer,
Tatum Marie Glennon,
Aaron Parker Godfrey,
Kevin Anthony Goldsmith,
Braxton Goldstein,
Christian Johnny Isaac Gomez,
Daniel M. Gomez,
Andrew Nicholas Gongora,
Francis Gabriel Cabrera Gonzalez,
Shay Tambi Gonzalez,
Jonathan Salvador Gonzalez Vasquez,
Savannah Goodman,
Samantha Grace Gorja,
Joseph Stephen Gorais,
Kyle Thomas Graham,
Madison K. Grayston,
Ashley Victoria Greenlee,
Austin Grayston,
Vincent Marcus Gregory,
William Griffiths,
Justin Andrew Reed Gregory,
Keegan Andrew Grimes,
Jocelyn Dion Grew,
Yasmin Gonzalez Guevara,
Damian Alan Perez Gillian,
Taylor Brianne Gum,
Brandon Lee Gummo,
Dylan Lewis Gunning,
Wesley Michael Guthrie,
Arrowette Michael Hale,
Jace Thomas Hale,
Jonathan Hale,
Madison Nicole Hall,
Wyatt Newell Lloyd Hallamore,
Tyler Amber Haller,
Ashley Nicole Hambicki,
Margaret Rose Hammond,
Carter Joseph Hammonds,
Abby Rose Hannon,
Riley Davis Hanson,
Jessica Marie Hargee,
Aiden James Harper,
Natalie Ann Renee Harper,
Ariana Caitlin Harris,
Brinley Madison Harris,
Cooper William Harris,
Jillian Audrey Harris,
Kendi Ann Harris,
Sydney Ann Harris,
Kimberly Merrill Hartle,
Deb Alvin Hatch,
Griffin Timothy Haugen,
Kelsey Diane Hout,
Kyle Nathan Havey,
Caitlin Eleanor Hayes,
Chloe Brooke Haymond,
Kayla Heckle,
Tanner Hedgecock,
Brighton Hedger,
Molly Ann Marie Hedger,
Zena Helmy,
Charles Frank Hendrickson,
Austin Kenneth Henry,
Madison Rose Henson, Celeste Aliana Herrera,
Brianna Lee Hickman,
Christopher Allen Heyer,
Hannah Paige Hilton,
Ashley Catherine Hind,
Sydney Lee Hinkle,
Madeline Page Hitchcock,
Derek Duong Ho,
Tommy Hong,
Alina Grace Hoff,
Davis Wright Holbrook,
Audrey Elizabeth Holmgren,
Madison Shea Homek,
Amaya Jamise Hooks,
Riley Therese Hopkins,
Emma Jane Hostetler,
Kylie Ann Huff,
Riley James House,
Miles Stewart Houston,
Reagan Elizabeth Howie,
Shelby Isabella Hubbard,
Ethan Hubble,
Mackenzie Ray Hudson,
Garrett Hughes,
Michaeline Hope Hunley,
Kennedy Noel Hunsaker,
Naxeli Hurtado,
Catherine Tan Nguyen,
Christopher Justin Nguyen,
John Embody Burleson,
Jaden Shane Jack,
Bobby Grace Jackson,
Jenna Lee Jackson,
Michael Jace Jackson,
Owen Ryan Jackson,
Daniel Alejandro Jaimes,
Deshane Enrique Michael James,
Hope Savannah Jardine,
James M. Jass,
Emma Elaine Jennings,
Darren R. Jensen,
Travis Allen Jensen,
Devin Jokum Jernigan,
Leah Viviana Jimenez,
Amaya Nicole Johnson,
Colton Johnson,
Isaac Matthew Johnson,
Joel Riggs Johnson,
Katrina Denise Johnson,
Henley Marie Johnson,
Logan James Johnson,
Lorelei Johnson,
Michaela Anelli Johnson,
Maya Malieokalani Johnson,
Jacob A. Jones,
Mackenzie Lauren Jones, Fletcher Vincent Jones,
Michael T. Jones, Gabrielle Caroline Jordan,
Sharon Kang,
Taylor Eve Katz,
Peyton Dennis Keegan,
Alex Edward Kellerman,
Jared Robert Kemp,
Kate McKenna Kensky,
Katrina Ni-Fei Koo,
Casey Kim,
Ashlyn Shalene King,
Christopher Victor King,
Gavin David King,
Kendall Lee Kingdeski,
Keelan Elizabeth Kistner,
Julia Diane Claren,
Dylan Knight,
Hannah Catherine Knight,
Abigail Rose Knobloch,
Tanner Robert Knoll,
Ariana Rise Knowles,
Austin Conrad Coakley,
Spencer Alexander Korstad,
Austin Kowalchuk,
Garrett Michael Kowalski,
Chloe Marie Crayson,
Andrew Durandi Krausman,
Simon Jacob Kunthara,
Sapna Cuatra,
Elizabeth Rose LeBate,
Ana Lafuente,
Connor Curtis Lamb,
Drake Michael Lane,
Sheldon Cyan Langley,
Madison Reed Lanning,
Ava Lee Lenchen,
Janisa Alicia Lara,
Emily June Larson,
Brianna Marie Latt,
James William Louderback,
McKenna Marie Laval,
Jeremy Andrew Lawson,
Alexander Lee,
Gui Min Tree Lay,
Kevin Nook Lee,
Sabin Lee,
Ryan Anthony Leitner,
Vincent Leong, Elizabeth Wanyun Leong,
Matthew Gabriel Lewis,
Tate Eldon Lewis,
Carol Lee,
Bailey Amador Lifgren,
Jenna Lind,
Megan Nicole Linden,
Jaden Brianna Liu,
Savannah May Long,
Jacob Matthew Longo,
Giselle Lopez Garduño,
Alejandro Lopez Guerrero,
Christian L. Lostal,
Delin K. Loheed,
Tanner William Love,
Sydney Alexis Lovell,
Nicholas Lowe,
Leslie Elizabeth Lone,
Kylie Brooke Luxinger,
Carson Diane Luna,
Malia Lund,
Amy Lan Ma,
Madison Lynn Machado,
Ryan Scott McPherson,
Kristen Marwan Madanat,
Chelsea Lee Matson,
Faith Vita Maestas,
Andrea Clarice Magbatan,
Edric N. Maglalang,
Alexis Maldonado,
Joseph Robert Malinsky,
Alexis Norton Mangonia,
Morgan Elizabeth Mann,
Caitlin McKenzie Monrose,
Gabrielle Regan Markison,
Hannah Jordan Marlowe,
Madison Olivia Marcenico,
Leon Marshall. Yep, Leon Marshall,
Jaden Martelli,
Alejandro Martinez,
Kobe Michael Martinez,
Tyson Renee Martinez,
Aylin Martinez Ramirez,
Darcy May Matheny,
Glenn Matthew,
Kennedy Elise Matlock,
Haley Grace Matakiewicz,
Natalie Claire Mayer,
Hannah Marie McAllister,
Lily Ann McCabe,
Morgan Christian McCall,
Trevor Luke McCandless,
Hayden Curtis McCleve,
Tyler Jack McCracken,
Dylan Trevor McCrite,
Abigail Amelia McGrath,
Matthew Creston McGrath,
Olivia Francis McGrath,
Riley Jean McKenna,
Amanda Catherine McLaughlin,
Sarah Lydia McLean,
Rebecca Ann McComber,
Chase Josephine McQuillan,
Kelsey Ray Meter,
Noah Metzger,
Tareen Rabia Mer,
Alexis Wincy Mai,
Mallory Elizabeth Melanson,
Elizabeth Mara Melita,
Francisco Emanuel Mendez,
Jackson Anthony Merrill,
Logan Ray Messenger,
Peter Jacob Meisenheimer,
Grace Alexandra Miller,
Macy Janice Miller,
Madison Caitlin Miller,
Shamar Israel Miller,
Everett William Malloy,
Hannah Alicia Mioni,
Joya Angelina Moen,
Anna Marie Molakas,
Lyric Monet Monroe,
Andrew Robert Moon, Tucker Joseph Moore,
Luis Ernesto Moreno Velarde,
Carter Moresco,
Gavin Jeffrey Moritz,
Andrew Thomas Morrill,
Callista Mason Mosier,
Ethan Douglas Moss,
Savannah Capri Mota,
Matthew Reed Moats,
Kylie Danielle Motley,
Josiah Jeffrey Moulton,
Katie Lynn Molyneux,
Julia Elizabeth Mummy,
Cameron Simone Munoz,
Kayla Cabrera Munoz,
Caitlin Mary Merced,
Imran Riyad Mushtaq,
Erin Clarissa Myers,
Vijaya Maya Nandiwada Hofer,
Yosuke Narisawa,
Fabian Frank Navarrete,
Brian Grace Neubauer,
Anais Brianne Neuenhouse,
Jordan Allen Newland,
Blake Conrad Newton,
Lena Tuck Me No,
Tyler No,
Allison Brooke Wen,
Jennifer Nguyen,
Mike Hu Nguyen,
Sarah Tan Nguyen,
James Bernard Nichols,
Evelyn K. Nielsen,
Katrina Marie Nixon,
Reagan Michelle Norris,
Jasmine Monique Nunez,
Trinity Oshlinde O'Bannon,
Keely Elisa Aubrey,
Haley Rose O'Connell,
Kyra Elizabeth Odell,
Grace Ogden,
Jonathan Kwangse O,
Jonah Dustin O'Hare,
Carol Marisa Olguin, Phoebe Elizabeth Olive,
Ruby Arlene Olpen,
Haley Ray Olson,
McKenna Marie Olson,
Matthew Connor O'Neill,
Jaden Reese O'Neill,
Alana Simone Opara,
Justin Jeremy Orr, Seth Anthony Ornelas,
Ayla Vivi Orso,
Sophia M. Ortiz,
Gabriela Anisa Ortiz Luna,
Alyssa Francis Otero,
Alia Vera Otero,
Angelina Luznaida Owensby,
Alexander Lane Incha Onby,
Jake C. Pack,
Jessica Page,
Haley Amber Palco,
Lauren Ray Palmer,
Noah Thomas Palmgren,
Zachary Ryan Parent.
Christopher Joseph Parisian.
Logan Tyler Parker.
Adam Matthew Para.
Reagan Mackenzie Parrish.
Madison Lee Perry.
Aina Kartik Patel.
Zachary O. Patrick.
Bronson Patton.
Hayden Daniel Patterson.
Kyle Robert Patterson.
Tyler John Patterson.
Trace Weston Payne.
Emily Elizabeth Pierce.
Keturah Christine Peart.
Alexia Marie Pella.
Calabria Morgan Pelletier.
Grant Larry Pemberton.
Kaylee Rose Perdue.
Jason Ray Perrine.
Aaron Matthew Perry.
Wyatt Perry.
Carly Prio Peterson.
Madison Grace Petter.
Tanner Lauren Phillips.
Sabrina Elizabeth Piedmont.
Devin Pike.
Cameron Ashley Pina.
Abigail Nicole Plowman.
Anna Joy Podrasky.
Brooklyn Deanne Poling.
Deja Felicity Marie Pope.
Austin Donald Porter.
Kimberly Rose Pospisil.
Aiden Niall Powers.
Tokayuk Pratha.
Lily Ann Presson.
Thomas M. Preston.
Megan Madison Provax.
Caleb Jeffrey Putter.
Samantha Karina Quiroga.
Rachel Nicole Rafferty.
JC Ann Romanowski.
Levi Allen Michael Ramirez.
Samantha Faith Roscoe.
Sally Jacqueline Racer.
Glenn Bobier Ratificar.
Neil Bobier Ratificar.
Seth Eric Remmer.
Jaden Matthew Reyes.
Ashlyn Paige Reynolds.
Alexandra Kelly Rice.
Cole Patrick Richards.
Cooper Stephen Wyman Richter.
Mia Victoria Riddle.
Christian Fernando Rincon.
Noah Michael Ring.
Matthew James Ritchie.
Alyssa Renee Rith.
Brianna Maria Rivera.
Grace Elizabeth Rorty.
Emily Kate Cobb.
Hunter Roberts.
Isaiah J. Roberts.
Ashley Christine Robertson.
Vanessa Marissa Rodarte.
Leonardo Saúl Rodríguez.
Luke Gabriel Sembrano Rodriguez.
Nathaniel Rodriguez.
Sasha Mari Rodriguez.
Melissa Rosner.
Braden Michael Rome.
Angel Roman.
Amanda Nicole Romano.
Thomas Hormis Romanus.
Desiree Nicole Romero.
Kobe J. Roseberry.
Hunter Benjamin Ross.
Carolyn Munoz Rowe.
Alyssa Lee Rowe.
Kaylee May Rowlett.
Logan J. Rudd.
Cassidy Marie Ruiz.
Gannon Edward Ryan.
Navia Aja Marie Science.
Andrea Samaoya.
Cody Dustin Sampley.
Annika Sanstedt.
Thomas Joseph Sanford.
Ashlyn Souter.
Farah Sahir Sowell.
Kelly Renee Sawyer.
Isabella Soleil Schuttenberg.
Clayton Ronald Schmitz.
Cody Michael Schnee.
Corinne Josephine Schneider.
Kaya Grace Schrader.
Talia Alanis Schrader.
Kirsten Jean Schroeder.
Megan Marie Schulte.
Jenna Grace Schultz.
Hayden Scott.
Patricia Cheryl Scott.
Brett Todd Schruba.
Julia Seco Vaquero.
Cody N. Segura.
Jacob Selvage.
Jacob David Shapiro.
Luke Allen Shank.
Zachariah Hunter Sharp.
Rachel Logan Shapiro.
Kennedy Monet Scheibel.
Adelaide Mackenzie Shear.
Anastasia Jade Seidner.
Stephen Lawrence Shivers.
Simone Cherie Simmons.
Helen Thomas Simmons.
Navdeep Singh.
Liliana Mackenzie Simpson.
Matthew Wallace Sinodis.
Saloni Singh.
Braxton James Smith.
Jackie Leslie Situ.
Casey Marie Smith.
Emmanuel Edward Smith.
Ursula Elaine Smith.
Thomas William Smith.
Aiden Alexander Snyderman.
Madison Michelle Smitheram.
Nathan John Sovereign.
Benjamin Edmund Nelson Sorrell. Lilith Jane Spencer. Cole Joseph Stewart.
Jacob Timothy Stiltner.
Chloe Shannon Stinchfield.
Emily Page Stock.
Sabrina Faith Stoner.
Tucker Joseph Stork.
Sierra Yvonne Stratton.
Emma Janine Strauss.
Haley Nicole Strohmeyer.
Sage Leslie Stutz.
Matea Leonor Suwan.
Keon Jacob Sulzberger.
Shreya Swaminathan.
Jordan Dante Sweat.
McKenna Renee Sai.
Sydney Elizabeth Cephas.
Sean David Bautista Ta.
Taylor Renee Tanaka.
Cade Christopher Tanner.
Justin Richard Tarasi.
Alexa Caitlin Taylor.
Carolyn Bella Taylor.
Kayla Marie Teague.
Gabrielle Teixeira Lima Aracena.
Canyon Mason Tech.
Mark Andy Thames.
Bryce Reed Terry.
Marie Thierin.
Alyssa Nicole Thomas.
Kylie Jean Thomas.
Ashley Jean Thompson.
Haley Lene Thompson.
Hunter Colland Thompson.
Haley Margaret Thornton.
Grace Marie Tisdale.
Emily Toe.
Brittany Nicole Tomes.
Ethan Fate Tommy.
Sarah Ann Torrey.
Yesenia Yvette Torres.
Courtney Louise Tramundanas.
Hugh Hung Trong.
Tatsu Tsurumi.
Vihan Tudi.
Joanne Ashley Del Rosario Tulay.
Emmanuel Prince Twum Ampofo.
Cameron Lauren Tyler.
Shaylin Masako Ueshiro.
Conrad Joseph Valdez.
Tanner Charles Van Briesen.
Natalie Ray Van Martyr.
Hayden Ashton Van Norman.
Emily Elizabeth Vance.
Michaela Renee Velasquez.
Sara Villaplana.
Christiana Renee Villalobos.
Sofia Grace Voyacek.
Victoria Lorraine Vredevold.
Grace Sarah Warama.
Jacob Paul Walker.
Justine Sol Walt.
Jessica Renee Walteri.
Annabella Marie Waltenberg.
Christopher Michael Paul Walters.
Michael Paul Warnick Jr.
Jacob J.W. Warren.
Gabriella Lynn Washburn.
Nicole Lynn Wegleitner.
Caitlin Elizabeth Wickert.
Courtney Marie Weisenberger.
Cole Jeffrey Weitzel.
Claire Eileen Welch.
Caden Christian Wheeler.
Tyler Jonathan Wisnat.
Emily White.
Haley Tatum Weisenhofer.
Rain Anave Wiley.
Andrew Sean Wilkerson.
Micah Wilden.
Grant Brady Williams.
Jackson Williams.
Jalen Devon Williams.
Sophia Grace Williams.
Jalen Wilson.
Gabe Michael Wilson.
Madeline L. Witten.
Sydney May Wolf.
Brian B. Wong.
Cheyenne Lee Woolen.
Anthony M. Woolsey.
Noah Elisha Worden.
Gabrielle Kira Worrell.
Emily Brooke Wright.
Austin Nash Yankelowitz.
Maggie Joanna Yellen.
Jalen Denzel Young.
Jasmine Tashana Young.
Shiden Javita Young.
Shaitianya Tiffany Young.
Joseph Taeyong Yu.
Aubrey Michaela Zazula.
Michael August Zinter.
Hi, my name is Justin Gregory. Before I begin, I would like to thank a very special teacher that has not only provided me with the academic skills and information required of every instructor, but has also gone above and beyond for my educational career. She has gifted me with encouragement, humor, and the tools to seek out my goals and my future. So, if you would all help me welcome Miss Schultz up on stage to receive a token of my gratitude. Now, normally, I would do that at the end. But I am okay with things being a little out of order. High school is an experience that will never be forgotten. To that, I call BS. See, now that it is over and done, I can say with absolute certainty that I was disappointed with high school. And as someone who has experienced the entirety of these impactful 4 years, I think I'm a pretty credible source. So when someone says that high school is a chaotic, beautiful, unforgettable experience, take it with a grain of salt. Listen to me when I say that 3 popular girls run the school, principals will hunt you down, and lunch tray flipping jocks actually exist. And I'm also warning you now to disregard any notions that you'll be okay. Are there any younger siblings out there in the audience tonight? Let me hear you applaud. Great. Let me give you some advice. High school is a nightmare. It is foolish to believe that you will be able to do anything but study and work and claw at a reputation. So just ignore the alternatives. As students, we crave reassurance that our work means something. But to the parents here tonight, I want you to know that your expectations are just another needless burden we should have ignored. They uselessly amplified stress, even if it wasn't intentional. Just ask the graduating class of 2019. They know that a little piece of paper and a hat made of cardboard means so much more. Pain, stress, frustration, loss of sleep, a developing caffeine addiction. And despite the connections and the memories, the inside jokes and the stupid handshakes, everything that is beautiful and cliche about high school, it all pales in comparison to the weight of standardized tests and time spent on assignment after assignment. So, I say this as both a warning and a reflection. High school cannot and will not be forgotten. No matter how hard we may try, we will never be able to erase nor take back the events of these past 4 years. But if I look back on it in reverse, high school cannot and will not be forgotten. No matter how hard we may try, we will never be able to erase nor take back the events of these past 4 years. So I say this as both a warning and a reflection. The weight of standardized tests and time spent on assignment after assignment all paled in comparison to the connections and the memories, the inside jokes and the stupid handshakes, everything that is beautiful and cliche about high school. And despite the pain, stress, frustration, loss of sleep, and now fully developed caffeine addictions, a little piece of paper and a hat made of cardboard means so much more. Just ask the graduating class of 2019. They know that they may have accidentally amplified stress, even if it wasn't intentional. That these silly notions were just another needless burden we should have ignored. To the parents here tonight, I want you to know that your expectations or a reassurance that our work means something to you. But as students, we craved the alternatives. We should have ignored the notion that we would only be able to study and work and claw at a reputation. It was foolish to believe that high school was a nightmare. And to the younger siblings out there in the audience tonight, let me give you some advice. You'll be okay. Disregard any notions that 3 popular girls run the school, principals actually hunt you down, and lunch tray flipping jocks are a real thing. You should have been warned to take those with a grain of salt. Listen to me when I say that high school was a chaotic, beautiful, unforgettable experience. And as someone who has experienced the entirety of these impactful 4 years, I think I'm a pretty credible source. So when someone says that I was disappointed with high school, to that I call BS. See, now that it is over and done, I can say with absolute certainty that high school was an experience that will never be forgotten. Thank you.
Class of 2019, please stand. Congratulations, farewell, and good luck.